What's going on, guys? We are Tottenham TV here, back again with another transfer video for you guys today. And today we have some quite interesting transfer news coming out from Fabrizio Romano, who's the ever reliable journalist from Sky Italia. He's very famous for the "Here we go" tagline and his very reliable sources and reliable information. Usually when he says something, it's completely spot on. And he's come out tonight talking about Tanguy Ndombele, and he's talking about some very, very interesting news regarding him. He is saying Tottenham have entered negotiations with Inter Milan for the signing of Tanguy Ndombele, with Tottenham willing to accept 10 million reduced fee from the fees Tottenham paid Lyon last summer, in the summer of 2019, to make Tanguy Ndombele our record signing. Apparently, we are willing to accept 45 million from the 55 million that we signed him for from Lyon. This is a big blow for fans of Tanguy like me and for many others who can see his quality, can see his potential. It looks like Tottenham are willing to cut their losses and Inter Milan are ready to step in, which is quite a big blow, I think, for me personally, because I really wanted him to succeed. It looks like Tottenham are willing to let him go now. However, there is a few snags in the deal. Inter Milan are not willing to go as high as 45 million. They either can't afford 45 million or they don't value him that highly, which is a bit perplexing. But looks like Spurs are willing to accept a £10 million loss. Inter Milan don't want to go that high and are willing to exchange some players in their squad. Most notably, even Perisic, which obviously Jose Mourinho is a big fan of. And the big one apparently is Skriniar, who is a Slovakian central defender who Tottenham see as potential replacement for Jan Vertonghen at centre back. He is a high class defender in my opinion. I'm a big fan of Skriniar, but to let go of such a high talent of Tanguy Ndombele to get him in, considering we have Sanchez, Alderweireld, Dyer, and Tanganga in as our options at the moment, seems a bit of an. I'm not sure that's a smart option unless we're getting a high fee and Skriniar on top of that. He goes on to say Spurs are also in talks over a move with Pierre-Emile Højbjerg with Southampton, which we know about, which we're continuing. And there is absolutely zero chance that Tottenham are going to sign Nicola Zaniolo from Roma after Roma informed Spurs that they are not going to sell him this summer. So that deal looks absolutely dead if it was ever alive. But it's such a shame. Tanguy Ndombele signing a 6-year deal with Spurs a year ago. He seems like a player who is more suited to Pochettino's formation. So I think the fact that since Mourinho's come in, he hasn't really had a look in. He hasn't performed to standard when he has had the chance. And I think he's the kind of midfielder that Jose Mourinho doesn't really like. Preferred central midfielders of Claude Makelele, Frank Lampard, Nemanja Matic, Cesc Fabregas, who's done well for him in the past. Tanguy Ndombele is a bit of a different player. He's a bit of more of a dribbler, ball carrier, and apparently Jose Mourinho has seen enough to decide to sanction a sale of him. And I'm disappointed, in all honesty, that we're willing to cut our losses after one season. Hopefully it's one of those deals, personally I'm hoping it's one of those deals that doesn't get over the line and we end up keeping him, a la Heung-min Son, when we nearly sold him the summer of 2016. We ended up not selling him, the deal didn't go through, and he went on to become a star for us. I'm hoping something similar comes of this kind of deal, but it looks like Inter Milan ready to pounce on Tanguy Ndombele, with Spurs setting their value at 45 million. Let me know in the comments below if this is a deal you're happy about, if you're happy to sell Ndombele after one season. Are there any players in the Inter Milan squad who you'd be willing to swap? Apparently Brozovic as well as another central midfielder being mooted as a potential swap deal for Tanguy Ndombele from Inter Milan side. Inter Milan are apparently, according to Fabrizio, open to swap deals as they don't want to go as high as 45 million in terms of cash that they're willing to part with. Brozovic is a decent central midfielder, but he doesn't have the potential that Tanguy Ndombele has. I do like Brozovic. I think he is a solid central midfielder. But Tanguy Ndombele does have very high ceiling in my opinion. So the fact they're willing to let go after a year is quite worrying. Is it another case of Jose Mourinho falling out with another top player? We've seen this before with Paul Pogba. We've seen it with Kevin De Bruyne, Romelu Lukaku, players that Mourinho has let go and has come back to buy. Mo Salah as well. A few players that Mourinho has let go in his past, and it's come back to buy them. They've come back stronger. So I'm hoping this isn't another case of that. But quite big news there that Tanguy Ndombele could be set to move for Inter Milan if that deal can be done. Let me know in the comments below what you think of that. Last bit of news I'll talk about is Troy Parrott, and it's been reported from Dan Kilpatrick that he has agreed terms with Millwall and he's set to go on a season-long loan at Millwall. So that deal looks done. All to be confirmed. Hasn't been confirmed yet, but apparently in the next few days that will be confirmed. So Troy Parrott going to Millwall in the Championship. Hopefully that'll give him the relevant minutes that he needs to really stake his claim to be part of the first team. I'm really looking forward to see how he does in the Championship, see if he bangs in the goals like he has done at youth level. I think clearly youth level is a level above. He's a level above youth level. It's quite easy for him. So I'm hoping that he has a really good run there, just like Harry Kane had a good spell at Millwall. I think he got their Young Player of the Year when he was there. So hopefully it hardens him up, because Millwall, a tough team, he's going to get tough there. And hopefully he has some good game time, he gets some minutes under his belt, and he bangs in a few goals as well. I'm really rooting for him. But let me know in the comments below what you think of the move for Troy Parrott there. For Millwall, do you think it's a good move for him? But obviously the big news of the day, Tanguy Ndombele could be set for a move to Inter Milan as Spurs enter talks. Are you disappointed? Are you happy? Do you think we can reinvest that money with someone who Jose Mourinho actually wants in the squad? If we do end up replacing Ndombele with Højbjerg and no one else, I will be very, very annoyed. I'm not going to lie. I'm not going to be happy with that situation. If we are going to sell Ndombele, from my opinion, I'm not happy about it. But if we bring in someone who Jose Mourinho really wants, and if we reinvest that money well, then I guess there could be something positive coming out of it. But like, subscribe and comment below. And as always, come on you Spurs.